Welcome back, everyone, here to Bronx Talks. Today, we're going to be talking about Austin Wells and why he may just be the most unlucky player in Major League Baseball this season. Obviously, coming into the season, we had some high expectations for Austin Wells. He finished last year very nicely, and he came into the season. Look, he's going to be our platoon guy with Jose Trevino, that quick lefty bat with some power. We were getting all excited for Austin Wells. And so far this season, it just hasn't been there. You look at the stats, and they're pretty alarming when you look at him. He's got picked up a couple hits over the weekend, which is nice to see. But overall, the numbers are very alarming. But we're going to tell you why you shouldn't be overly concerned with Austin Wells and why he's getting really unlucky.
Yeah, this guy, there was an article that was published last week, so I don't know if that still stands, but as of last week, out of the 277 qualified hitters, Austin Wells was 277th in terms of luck. And, the way you determine luck in terms of a batter, you can look at multiple things. You could look at batting average and expected batting average. If someone's batting average on balls in play is generally a lot lower than what it's been in their career, then you can assume they're probably just getting unlucky with the balls that they're putting in play. You can also look at their StatCast numbers, and Austin Wells is a perfect example. He's had 8 or 9 barrels this year that have all gone for outs. And the expected batting average on barrels is around like 650. It's been, bottom line, unlucky. And I know there's a lot of people that don't really like to buy into that. And I don't think me and Ryan are really too deep, if anything, into advanced stats or anything like that. But especially with such a young player like this, who's played a month of baseball now, not even a month, because he's really splitting time with Jose Trevino. It's way too early to be judging this guy at the plate. And defensively, he's been amazing. I think he's in the 95th percentile in terms of framing, which is huge for catchers, probably the most important metric. His arm looks fine, and blocking looks fine too. So, I think it's kind of just a case of a mix between not being totally locked in on the plate and also getting a little unlucky to begin the season.
Yeah, it's going to be tough too when you're not playing every day, to try to get out of a slump. But Christian, I watch almost every Yankee game. I think I've only missed a couple games so far this season. And just by the eye test, I've seen Austin Wells hit so many balls, just lineouts that are right to people. And it's really unfortunate that it's happened this way. But, I think the Yankees just got to go out there. They got to keep throwing him out there and see if he can figure it out.
Yeah, and he's going to, right? This guy, me and Ryan were high on him. I know you said that you thought he was probably gonna turn out the best of all these prospects. I saw it, especially with the bat. He was deadly in the minors. They were talking about moving him to first base because he was that good of a hitter. Ended up keeping him at catcher, which I think was the right decision, because if this guy gets going, a lefty, strong hitting catcher is one of the more valuable players you can have in this game. So he's stuck there, and he's played in 16 games so far, right? 58 plate appearances, 44 at bats. It's just too early to judge him, and I hate it because I know there's some people on Twitter that will just attack everything, but it seems like there's logical people that are, raising concerns, wondering if we should have had Rortvet be our backup catcher. I think everyone kind of just needs to pump the brakes a little bit here and let him play out a season. All right, it's not the end of the world. Even if he doesn't have the greatest season, we still have Jose Trevino, and I do think he's going to bounce back. The stats support it, and I think the eye test does too.
Yeah, and you just need that one big hit to get going. maybe in a clutch situation, Austin Wells can come through, and that's going to be the confidence jolt that he needs to really get himself going there. He's been batting at the bottom of the lineup, not seeing that much action, being a young kid with high expectations. You got to think of the mental aspect too. But Christian, when I'm watching Austin Wells on the field and after games and stuff like that, he looks like he's having fun. He's smiling. He's very active on social media with stuff like that. And, I feel like he's there, mentally. And I feel like it's just a matter of time before he starts to get going. And I feel like he just needs that one big hit. We saw over the weekend, Gleyber Torres finally get that one big hit. And, he had a really nice game following up Saturday on Sunday. Maybe that starts to get him going. You really just need that one big hit to get your confidence going. But the stats support it. So, I don't think there's any reason to believe that Austin Wells can't get it going and be a big piece for the Yankees this year, especially going down the stretch.